I'm a stubborn motherfucker. I have the ability to take the negative and turn it into productive action. I understand what it's like to get told you're fucking loser or you're crazy. I worked 10 years, guys. For 10 years, I heard every person I know making fun of me. I heard every person I know telling me that I was wasting my time. The truth is this: if you're willing to pay the price and you're willing to do the work and you're willing to take the time and you're willing to consistently get up when you are knocked down over and over and over again, which is going to happen to you if you're pursuing anything outside of the norm, if you can become someone that can transfer negativity into productive action, you are literally unstoppable by outside circumstances and outside elements.
You're in an angry, pissed off, negative, unresourceful state. You can't do anything well. You've had one of those days, for instance, where everything you're doing, you're like, I can't believe I said that. I can't believe I did that. I'm such a fool, right? You had that day? We've all had that day. Next day, similar situation, you're like, wow, that was me. I did a really great job, right? You were perfect. So one day you're brilliant. Next day, same situation, you're brutal. That's not talent. That's not ability. That's the state that you're in. So the key to success is not just to have your vision, but to be able to manage the way you feel in the moment.
There is an ancient African proverb that says, when there is no enemy within, the enemy outside can do us no harm.
You're gonna lose everything. You won't come out of this. You're not smart enough. You're not bright enough. You waited too late. You should have started younger. Those voices are the kind of voices that stop you from buying into your own life.
Sometimes the thing that's holding you back is all in your head. It is no secret that many of us are weighed down right now by some chronic fears or worries, negative thoughts that can maybe cause you, they just run away with you at night and they spiral and there's this anxious or toxic thinking.
Do you realize that every day you thought you wasn't gonna make it? Do you remember them days where you thought it was absolutely unbearable and you thought you wasn't gonna endure that one? Do you know that your survival rate for every last one of them bad days is 100%? Your track record for surviving bad days is 100%. That's a fact. It's as simple as, it's not a magic trick. You can protect yourself from negativity. And that's what stops most people, negative thoughts. You can coat your mind from negativity. It's a real simple exercise to do. I do it every morning before I walk out the door. So I walk out as a positive person. I get tired sometimes. That's different from being negative because I get mentally drained from my job at times. But to coat your mind from negativity, the way you can put a coating around your mind is with one simple thing: gratitude. Gratitude erases negativity.
The greatest enemy you will ever encounter and have to overcome is your very own brain. It's all the negative talk you do every day to yourself. See, every word spoken, every thought in your mind, every just attitude of being negative affects your very own body, affects your very own decision making, and affects your very own brain.
It's a scientific fact that the hormones of stress downregulate genes and create disease, long-term effects. Human beings, because of the size of the neocortex, we can turn on a stress response just by thought alone. We can think about our problems and turn on those chemicals. That means then our thoughts could make us sick. So if it's possible that our thoughts could make us sick, is it possible then our thoughts could make us well? And the answer is absolutely yes.
Do you find yourself overthinking a lot about negative stuff that happened in the past, or things that could go wrong in the future? It's called ruminative brooding, and rumination is a mode of cognitive processing that involves repetitively and passively focusing on and brooding about things that lead to negative emotions. For example, you have an awkward interaction with your manager, and then you can't stop thinking about every detail, which makes you feel terrible. And then you worry about what your manager thinks of you, and you feel even worse. If you don't actively problem solve or shift your thinking to what can I do, you're only going to experience more negative emotions associated with the experience. So if you notice yourself brooding, bring your thoughts back to awareness and ask, is this within my control? And then, what can I do about it? And then take action. Action in the present moment is the best antidote.
I was self-improving. I was filling myself with positivity. I was surrounding myself with positive energy. Those are things that you need to do. That's one way to destroy that negative mindset. So I'm in this room full of winners. I'm in this room full of great people and leaders. And one guy gets up, right? And basically what he does is he sets this cup of dirty water on this table, right? And then what he does is he grabs that cup, that dirty cup, he puts it in this bigger container that didn't have anything in it. Then he gets some clean water and he just starts pouring that clean water into that dirty water. And he kept pouring and pouring and pouring. And all of a sudden, all of the water was clear. There was no trace of the dirty water. You want to know how to destroy that negative mindset? You start pouring positivity into your life, submersing yourself in books, podcasts, TV shows, videos, listening to positive music, hanging around positive people, continuing to overflow positivity into your life. And before you know it, that negative mindset has been destroyed.
You can't stop negative thoughts from coming, but here's the key. Just because a thought comes doesn't mean you have to think it. You control the doorway to your mind. Ask yourself, where is this thought coming from? If it's not positive, hopeful, encouraging, it's not from God. That's the enemy doing what he does best, trying to plant negative seeds, fearful seeds, inferior seeds.
To work on yourself, you got to develop yourself. The price of freedom is constant vigilance. What do you mean by that? Just because you achieve a level of freedom,
we must also deal with the enemies within ourselves. Yes, we've got enemies on the outside. Some of the enemies are a lot closer than that. They are within.
Negativity is a multiple of 4 to 7 times more powerful than positivity. So think about that. If I say something out loud, it's 10x. If it's negative, it's 4 to 7 times more powerful. So when I say negative things out loud, it's 40 to 70 times more likely that that will happen or cause a result that won't be good for me than if I just didn't say anything.
I got news for you. Whatever you put inside that frame and inside that shape, it's not who you are. So I want you to purge it. I want you to get it out, and I want you to drop every message on that piece of paper. You're only gonna get 10 minutes. This piece of paper is for you. It's not for anyone else. It's an opportunity for you to release judgments you have about certain body parts or your body in general. So go find a piece of paper, go find a partner, go outline each other, and then start filling it up.
Destroy those negative demons, destroy those negative thoughts, destroy your negative mindset right now, today, because that's the only way you can put yourself in a position to overcome and become the best version of yourself. Pour positivity and pour some more positivity into your life until you drain those negative demons. And every time they try to rear their ugly head, you knock them out immediately and say, nope. I'm not thinking like that. Nope, I'm not feeling like that. I'm on my positive kick, not only today, but for the rest of my life, because I'm trying to climb over the hump and make each and every day a Wednesday. I am an unbreakable force.